Smile, smile, smile. Is that all you people can do is smile? From Star Trek, anyway. Hi. Hope you like my Orlicon taking apart slowly business over a number of years already. Holy mackerel. So, I did bring up the topic. I like doing the restoration stuff and building things. I really don't like destroying things like metals, but oh well. Okay, the first people that filmed this was Mel Ernest Winfield in 1980 or 79 or something like that. It's on Nexus magazine. I think Hathaway has the pictures. It was a P-38 pistol and some other things that were floating around. It's kind of funny, a P-38, antiques, and a few other things. And of course, Mel got in trouble with Alex Pizarro and George Hathaway for claiming I was just a lab assistant. You know how people are, right? So I want to bring to your attention the crystallized dome drawn over Mandrel's steel part that George Hathaway filmed with Felipe Galuppi as secretary, and George forgot to turn the camera lights on because he got so excited. Now that was dome steel. How it crystallized is kind of unique, and it was highly magnetic, as I remember. It was not before. It was a very fast event, by the way, and those pieces wound up in Germany years later. Roland Brito to the Max Planck Institute, Berlin University, Dr. Amann, who tested them, and others had joined Germany. Ken Shoulders was highly interested in a piece of it and decided to give me $150 for it. I said, okay, Ken, if you want to. That was 1995, by the way, when Ken and an ambassador plus a banker came up to visit. Ken stayed several days. We used to eat at the Indian restaurant on 6th Street, 6th Avenue. Ken stayed at the hotel. All in all, we had a good time. And of course, I've seen Ken many times over the years until he passed away. And that's kind of sad because I wish he was still around to do his magic. And remember, I'm no scientist, right? I'm not an inventor. I like restoring old stuff, okay? Anyway, I wanted to bring to your attention this thing, which looks like it is machined. It was a complete bushing. You can see it on the internet. It was sitting like this. It moved on its own and fell apart. It is a unique piece. The other parts I sold on eBay. I have no idea what material it is. It's something that caught my eye, like a crow, like shiny things. In a scrapyard. Is there any rust on it? Well, it's kind of aged. I think so. And that's the break. This blew apart. That indicates some kind of force or something else, maybe. But if you look up, you'll see it on the internet. This thing breaking apart. I filmed it. George did not. George filmed the other one, which Yin Gazda, my lady at the time, demanded the actual footage from George Hathaway, which he made a copy of from Super 8mm film, and sent it to Ian and myself. That's another sample of jellification effect. I believe this is cast aluminium. It's got some M5 something or other. Half of it already sold, the other half sold on eBay. Interesting stuff. But you know, crystallization effects, I noticed that with sometimes old machinery. essentially cast iron, because if it's well made, it's not just produced and sent off to your consumers, but a real lathe is made. A real good lathe bed is, let's say, is made out of cast steel, allowed to sit for years outside until all the forces work themselves away, and then it comes in to be machined and then fitted properly and sent to the buyer. But anyway, so crystallization, I've seen it once before with a bar of metal. It wasn't me, it was somebody else out of bar of metal said the metal crystallized and the thing just fell apart. Whatever all that means, I don't know. I don't like that kind of thing, but I have to say I'm guilty in creating some of those crazy effects. I mean, this is what, half inch? Yeah, a half inch steel, I think. Again, all that stuff is not published because I never desired to publish anything. Others have tried to. And it's all, most of the bulk of the stuff's just sitting in these video cassettes and documents. And nobody's really that interested to get it out there. And they have their reasons as well, since they are funded, and they do not want to be associated with a loopy person like me. I am sure of it. Especially dressed like this. Like this picture, George, freaking out. But that's okay. I don't care. People are people. People, real people accept you for who you are. So I never kept notes. Why should I? I'm only doing scrap metal, you know? Like, I don't know. Professional people, they just kind of scratch your head, right? Right. Although I met a few that did not. They accepted me for who I am. Anyway. Anyway, yeah. Did George film any other effects? I don't know. I know many others have. Mostly media people and some scientists. Like Dr. Ludwig and the BCTV News Hour and many others filmed a lot of stuff. So anyway, who cares? I don't know. Appreciate Bob's exploration of these metal pieces and Ken's shoulders. That's, well, everybody desired to investigate them. I wonder how my friend Roland Brito's doing in Munich somewhere. I keep in contact with his brother, but Roland seems to have just sort of vanished. Last time I heard him, talk to him for 24 hours, believe it or not, 2006. Good person. I think all the people I met were really good people. As I said, George has put up with me for quite a while and threw his hands up in the air, I'm sure of it. So the Pentagon people, who actually visited me. Yeah, I'll set you up in this and that. And as I mentioned in the other video, I don't want to be set up in anything. I like my freedom. I like my freedom to go and restore something like a crazy old Deep Six Oerlikon cannon blowing off a warship, or the whole ship sank and a diver pulled the thing up. All kinds of crazy things like that, old machine tools and stuff. So anyway, it's your little hottie again with Marine Tech teeth. I use Marine Tech for my teeth. Of course, I gotta add a coloring agent, which I don't have the other one. Just to wait. Fix your own teeth. I fix my own teeth. I attacked silly. It was a long day hammering away. I didn't damage anything. I was just hammering gently on the Oerlikon cannon parts. On the rails, made a special piece where I could hit it like that and slowly work the sand and oil together. It got a 1/16 of an inch up on the two rails and trunnions. But I'll keep doing that. I have to make special tools for extracting the whole thing. I could put it around the barrel and then with great force pull it up and hit it gently. Which means I gotta make some brass tooling, like a brass bar that can hit along underneath the rails in the groove where they connect to the trunnions. That, and then I gotta work on the actual mount itself and try and uncouple it. That's gonna be fun. But it's a challenge, and I'll have a challenge in doing it impossible. That's what I do best, is the impossible. I do. Nothing's impossible in my books, so don't make excuses. Okay? Getting tanned, if you noticed. I don't want this video to go too long. I already did one. Let's see, how long are we here? Oh, too long now. Okay.